Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael. I study at Slovak Agriculture University in Nitra at Faculty of Economics and Management. Today, I'm going to talk about comparison of sales force effectivity of Apple and Huawei in the Slovak Republic. I divided my presentation into 4 parts. In the first part, I'm going to talk about basic economic informations about selected companies. Then we'll jump into main ways of selling a product. After knowing these ways, we'll match them with our companies, and in the end, we'll compare how effective are they in selling their mobile phones. Let me start with something. Did you know that Huawei and Apple are 2 of 3 most selling mobile brands in the world? But they are not selling their mobile phones. In their sale range, we can see Apple Mac, Apple iPad, Apple Watch, or for those who don't know their names, they are laptops, tablets, or smartwatches. Apple is usually selling luxury products. In 2019, they shipped about 215 millions of their iPhones, and their profit were about 229 billion USD. Huawei Technologies Co Ltd, or just shortly Huawei, has a similar sales range. They are also selling phones, tablets, laptops, wearables, and so on. But Huawei is mainly selling economical products. In 2019, they shipped about 152 millions of their mobile phones, and their profit were about 87 billion USD. Now let's talk about how to sell a product. Nowadays, the most popular way is through internet. This is the reason why many companies are using e-commerce. E-commerce means buying or selling products online, mostly through your mobile phone or computer. The biggest advantages of e-commerce are faster shopping time. You will just enter their website, search for a product, and order it. Then low cost. You don't need to pay for taxi or gasoline to get into shop and buy a product you want. And the biggest advantages for companies are collecting data about customers and reaching new customers. The second most popular way of selling a product is through your own store. Having an own store is a dream for almost every seller. But have a successful store is very hard. You need to have a good location. After having a good location, you need to somehow attract potential customers. When you will have this potential customer in your shop, you need to aim his potential into your most popular items. And the last way of selling a product is through retail or third persons. These retails or third persons will sell your product to final customer. For example, families, other companies, and so on. But you need to remember that these retailers and third persons are not selling only your products, and they are selling your products much more expensive than you would. Now let's match these ways with our companies. We can see that Apple is using all of these methods. They have their own store called iStores. They have their own website, also called iStore, and they also cooperate with third persons such as retailers, wholesalers, or telecommunication organizations. Otherwise, Huawei, they don't have their own store and they don't use their website to sell a product. They use their website to inform customers about their products and to link them to retailers and third persons which sell their products, such like retailers, wholesaler, or telecommunication organizations. Now let's take a look how effective they were in 2019. As we can see, there are dominance of Huawei mobile phones. In 2 of 3 telecommunication organizations, the most selling one is Huawei. In Orange, it is Huawei P30 Lite, and in Telecom, Huawei P Smart 2019. In first half, we don't have any Apple iPhones. The Apple iPhones we have just in last 4 places. In Telecom and O2 they are on 7th place, and in Orange and O2 they are on 7th place, and in Telecom they are on 8th and 9th place. This may cause a fact that inhabitants of Slovakia Republic prefer cheaper mobile flat rates, and with these cheaper mobile flat rates, it is more advantageous to buy a cheaper phone, which Huawei are. But in this table, in 3 biggest Slovak mobile sales companies, we can see 180 turnaround. We can see here just 4 Huawei mobile phones and 6 Apple iPhones. We can see that on the second place are 2 Apple phones and 1 Huawei, and in the first half we can see just 1 more Huawei phone. In company 9, we don't see any Apple phone. Instead, we see 1 Huawei phone on poor 9th place. Otherwise, in the second half, we can see 4 more Apple iPhones. This may cause effect that these 3 sellers are offering loan without interest when you buy an expensive phone. So we are almost in the end. We start with we learn basic information about Apple and Huawei, and then we learn what are the main ways of selling a product. After knowing this, we match these ways with our companies, and in the end we compare them. Unfortunately, we can't compare them right, because we don't have data from Apple iStores. Thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
Jo! Teraz keby sa to nenahráva.